Welcome back. Well, of course, our state is known for having one of the most remarkable natural wonders of the world, but there's so much to this treasure a lot of people don't know.
But we're going to learn all about the inner Grand Canyon in next month's issue of the Arizona Highways magazine. To give us a sneak peek, as always, Editor-in-Chief Robert Stieve, and we just gave you a mind-blowing fact about myself and Heather.
Yeah. I'm still a little shaky from it.
We're not proud of it.
No, but we're both from Arizona, and growing up, our family's always vacationed out of state, so we never went to the Grand Canyon.
You've never seen it in real life.
Yeah, you're adults now, though, so you
I know,
have
we need to make that a
licenses,
priority.
You know, hop in the car and hit the road.
But this is exactly why I need the magazine.
Yes.
Give me some inspiration to go.
We have that.
Yeah.
You know, you're not unusual. I mean, I meet so many people. I think it's maybe because it's been there for like 1 billion years, and people figure, well, it's not going anywhere. I guess we have time to go see it.
Right.
But, it's as spectacular as ever.
Because what do we have on the cover?
Well, we're looking at the canyon from down below, and that's what this portfolio is all about, because most of the people who go to the Grand Canyon go up to the rim and look down into it. And so about, I think, less than 1% of the visitors actually make it down to the river. So we have a photographer named John Blaustein who was a guide in the 60s and 70s and also a professional photographer. So he sort of paired those two things together and made some remarkable photos as we're seeing here. So
Is that called Tuck-Up Canyon?
Tuck-Up Canyon. This is near Tuck-Up Canyon. The Grand Canyon, for those of you and your viewers who aren't familiar, it's about 277 miles long, the river, through the Grand Canyon. So there's a lot to see. Rafting, of course, is a huge industry and a popular, and it's one of those bucket list things everybody talks about. So we're going to show you some pictures.
Now, I'm a sucker for a waterfall, and this is just a classic little small waterfall.
Yeah, there are so many of these, you know, in the canyon. This is at a place called Elves CHasm, which, again, they're, you know, everywhere you look, and when you're rafting through the canyon, there are a lot of side canyons too. So you spend the night on a beach, and then you do these little side hikes that go up into these side canyons, and there are those kinds of little waterfalls and springs and stuff all over inside the Grand Canyon.
And I know we have, you know, we're talking a lot about, like, you know, the water and everything. I know that the next picture has something to do with the rapids.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's going to be all these different angles of, like, awesome water shots.
Yeah, this is up a little bit higher. You know, looking from Granite Rapids there, as your sign says there. But and this is a shot where obviously the photographer had to climb up a little bit and get that sort of top to bottom perspective there. But you mentioned rapids. Yeah, this is a great river for rapids.
Yeah, and then in fact the next picture shows us some waves, right?
Yeah, I love
that.
this shot. This is I think this is Hermit Rapids, and one of the biggest rapids in the canyon. And this is a dory. There's different ways to go down the river. Most people have to go with a rafting company, and there's a long waiting list, and you have to sort of apply. They do give permits out to private individuals too. They have a finite number, so you'll see people going through the canyon on kayaks and dories like that as well.
Yeah, and if, you know, crazy rapids isn't really your thing, we have, like, more sunset pictures showing, like, the, you know, the surreal, soft, you know, visions of it.
Yeah, and this is right there in that dory. This is mile 122 on the river, and they're sort of riding off into the sunset there. They actually still have a ways to go on this trip, but they probably set up camp not too far from that scene right there. But it's one of those wonderful things that we have in Arizona, in the Grand Canyon. I mean, if you can't get down in there to see it, and you don't have to do it on a raft either. I mean, there are hiking trails that go down into it. So, you know, it's one thing to sort of be up on the rim and look down, but if you can hike into it, you really get a show.
I mean, the shots are beautiful. I love that we're devoting an issue to this wonderful thing that we have in our own state. And now I think we're ready to go ourselves.
We'll make a trip.
We're going to do it. Robert, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you very much.
Now, to get the full experience, subscribe to Arizona Highways magazine. Just call 1-800-543-5432 or log on to arizonahighways.com.